Hello, Dominic here from Pool Builders Limited in Ottawa, Ontario. Today we're going to be talking about how to prime your pool pump. So without further delay, let's get started. The very first step is to turn off the power to the pump. Simply do so by pressing F. Alternatively, you can press mode to go into service mode. Now, regardless if you're pressing F or mode, always flip the breaker for the pump to be sure that the pump won't turn on whenever you're servicing the equipment. The next step after this would be to grab a pail of water and bring it over to the pool equipment so that you can pour it into the pump. So now we're ready to remove the lid from the pump. So simply follow the instructions on the lid, but you would turn it counterclockwise to open the lid. If you're having difficulty turning it, you can always use a rubber mallet to slightly tap the pegs on the side to help you out. Once the lid is removed, just place it aside. The next thing we're going to do is turn off the skimmer line. So we're just priming the main drain. So to do so, you turn the three-way valve. So off is over skimmer and the handle over main drain. So once again, as we're pouring the bucket of water into the pump, we're only adding water into the main drain line. So essentially we're plumbing one line at a time. Keep in mind that as you're filling the pump, one bucket of water won't suffice to fill the whole line, so it's completely normal that the pump is still half full whenever you're done. Once the pump is full, we can start putting the lid back together. So you want to line all three pieces, the rubber gasket, the clear lid, and the plastic ring. Line them up with the pegs and turn it clockwise. You want to turn it as tight as you can. And also double check the union entering. Turn this clockwise so that this is also tight. We want to make sure there's no air entering the system because then the pump will have difficulty priming. So now we can turn the breaker back on, reactivate the pump. A reminder, if you used service mode, to just press mode twice before going back into auto mode. As the pump is firing up, walk over to the cartridge filter and open up the pressure release valve by turning it counterclockwise. You will hear air coming out of the spout, and this will actually become louder and louder as the pump is priming. It's also normal that the pump is running at high speed and that it's half full like that when it's priming. Now, once water's coming out of the spout, turn the pressure release clockwise to stop the flow and then just dispose of the water. So at this point, the main drain line is fully primed. We know because the pump is filled with water, so we can go ahead and open up our skimmer. So we turn the three-way valve very slowly so that we don't lose the prime that we've gotten from the main drains. It's very normal that you see those air bubbles coming in. That's all the air from the skimmer line that's coming out. Now, all of this air, what's happening is it's just going to be pushed through the whole system and then just come out through the jets at the pool. Now, if you want to accelerate the process a bit, what you can do is you can just release the air from the pressure release valve at the top of the filter, just to kind of let the air out a little quicker than to pushing it through the whole system. So as we can see here, just a bit of air is coming out, and then you don't have as many bubbles hitting the top of your lid. Now, it is possible that at this point your pump still isn't priming. This is probably caused by the equipment being very far from the pool itself or installed at a higher elevation than the pool. So what you would do is you would just start over from the beginning, and once you're at the point where you need to add a bucket of water to the pump, what you do differently is you would have the main drains closed and the skimmer line open only. Once you've primed the skimmer with a bucket of water, you would continue the same steps, seal the lid, turn on the pump, release the air pressure, and then slowly open up the main drain. Okay, so at this point the system should be fully primed, so you're drawing water equally from the skimmer, the main drain. There's water hitting the top lid of the pump. Just want to do a quick inspection to make sure you don't have any leaks. Obviously the top of the filter would be wet from the air release. Always check the unions. That little plug on the heater can be loose, so just tighten that always clockwise. Dry concrete is a very good sign that you don't have any leaks, and that completes how to prime your pool pump. We hope this video was helpful.